Join me for this little BNI presentation that I shared in my chapter a few weeks ago as we look down the rabbit hole and look at the opportunity that the digital age is presenting to us all. Imagine Alice standing at the edge of the rabbit hole. She knows the world that she has come from, but she has no idea what waits below. She feels both fear and curiosity. That is what this moment in history feels like. We call it the fifth industrial revolution, but what it really is and what we call it, the digital age. It's changed the way we live, the way that we do business, and even the way that we see ourselves. Unlike earlier revolutions that build things in ways that we could touch, this one builds things that we cannot see. Our work, our communication, our systems all live behind the screen, in invisible. And that makes it strange, because invisible doesn't behave the same way that the visible does. And we move on and realize that we've moved in many ways our economy and the way that we do things from the physical, and we build those things in the virtual. Yet it is a world of endless opportunity. The document that I've shared with you all now is something for you to just hold on to showcase with you some of the things that we can do now. And it's an almost endless opportunity. We can almost do anything that we can imagine. And we need to be able to lead alongside that and do that thoughtfully and well. Technology has given us access to tools that once only belonged to global companies. Yet so much of it happens out of sight. It has that uncertainty that comes up. So the challenge is that confidence in the new world doesn't come from control. It comes from learning. When we learn how the invisible works, even just a little, we start to see and how to shape it. Learning is what builds confidence, knowing enough to see the result from it, to guide it, to make choices. And that's what gives leaders stability in this uncertainty. So resilience isn't found in pulling back. It's found in leaning in enough to see clearly. If the rabbit hole shows us how deep the opportunity can go, the mirror shows us that it's a paradox. On the other side of the mirror is the upside down. It looks like our world, but it behaves differently. The digital age has a mirror of everything we know. It has a reflection, but not solidarity. It has a connection, but not control. And yes, sometimes it has monsters. But the monsters don't have to be feared. They are the parts that perhaps we haven't learned to master yet, or not quite yet understood. When we meet them with curiosity and human insight, we tame them. We nurture them until they stop being strange. The paradox of the upside down. In the visible world, we fill out a form, we send it in, we wait for a response. In the invisible world, the form itself checks the data, it files it, it gives us a result before we even know it happened. In the visible world, we spend time managing people and processes, and that continues. And we add to that in the invisible. We guide outcomes and patterns in new ways. And that's the paradox. The physical and the digital, and now also the emotional, now exist together, influencing one another. One gives us touch, the other gives us reach. One gives us craft, the other gives us scale. When we learn to see both and to lead both, we stop feeling upside down. Let's do a little exercise together here. Think of something that has happened in your business the same way you do it every single day. Perhaps it might be invoicing, scheduling, sending quotes, anything. Type it in the chat. What's something that you do as a regular thing every single day? Anything, let your imagination fly. Yeah, emails. If you've ever seen the new app Fixer, highly recommend you having a look. Oh, yeah, invoicing, that's a big one too. Proposal creation, oh gosh, that is a big one, isn't it? What will happen, and imagine what could happen if that could happen invisibly, yet without losing human touch. What would you do with that time instead? That is the heart of leading in the digital age. The opportunity is not just only in the tools or what seemingly is endlessly being able to be done in digital ways. It's learning to see what could happen beyond the screen and shaping it with intent. This is what I mean when I say leading what you can't see. One of the great things about this area of fear, and why I've brought this particular slide to you all, this is a famous Lego set of the Upside Down from Stranger Things. And one of the most amazing great things that I think really connects with people around Lego is being able to have some control of your own. You can build it and shape it. And how cool is it that, like we can build and shape with Lego, we can build and shape digital, we can build and shape and grow ourselves. For ourselves, what else could be happening behind the screen? Have a think about the handout that that Fiona put up earlier. What could happen by doing things differently? Looking at the way that we lead and shape that. So if all of this feels like falling into Wonderland or walking through the upside down, it's okay. Every revolution feels uncertain while we're living in it. And the truth is, the more that we learn, the less that we fear, the more that we see, the more that we can shape. And once we begin to see the opportunity that lives behind the screen, you can never unsee it. You start to lead with imagination instead of fear. You become the hero in the story, guiding others through the strange into the impossible. That is what it means to lead in the digital age. That is what it means to make the invisible visible. And as we do that, another little capture here, we can use our portal gun to cross sides confidently between the upside down, be able to swap proceed between sides. And how cool is that we can do it? And something that really inspires me in these moments is that it's here for everyone. The opportunity exists for everybody. And it's something that we can do here and now. It's available to us all. And it is easier than ever before. Take that one home. It is easier than ever before. I'd like to give a very special shout out today to Caboose, Rox, Michelle, and the team. Because the work that they do in building neurodiverse people and encouraging them and inspiring them. If you haven't noted already, and perhaps you've got to understand me, I'm an Aspie. And keep an eye out for our neurodiverse discussion that will be coming up over the next month or so. And also the contribution that I'm helping to make with the Caboose app and some nuggets coming forward as well, which will, I'm sure, come out in the next few months as well. Check out their work. At M31, I guide leaders in the new world. Please take the time to check out my book, Weird is the New Normal, The Unlikely Path of Leadership. Buy a signed copy locally in Australia. It's in ebook and on most audiobook stores as well across the globe. It's a really exciting body of work that I've been able to bring out. And I want to just share this as a moment of encouragement to us all, that this new world doesn't have to be like Stranger Things, doesn't have to be scary, and that we can do all of that. The opportunity is here, and humans are amazing. We can do amazing things and do amazing things with these opportunities that are here, right here and now.